Former National Treasury Cabinet Secretary Kuru Yetani officially appointed the Inspector General of Police to be the accounting officer of the National Police Service. This is in accordance with the recent order given by President William Ruto for the department to manage itself. The community policing from 4 counties have come together to discuss how the allocation of this department's fund will benefit them.
Today we are meeting the 13 station commanders and the chairpersons of the community policing committees in those 13 stations. We are reviewing our work and planning for the next 5 years. You know that we have a new government, so we are laying out strategies of enhancing community policing across the country. We know that the Inspector General has received the authority to incur expenditures, so the police budget now is under the office of the Inspector General. We now are laying strategies on how we can increase funding to police stations by the Inspector General's office.
As the chairman and commanders of the police admitting that there is now a good relationship between the community and the police officers.
Through those outreaches which we have been holding, specifically targeting the youths and borders, we saw a very their conduct during the last general election was so good, and it was a clear indication that the messages of peace which we were preaching during our outreach programs, it was well received by these youths.
Peter Kiema says that through dialogue between the community and the police officers, it has benefited Kenyans, especially during election day. The commanders, together with the chairpersons of 13 police stations, saying how the society engagement has increased good coexistence between police and the members of the society. James Ocheng is a matatu operator in Kisumu County and a member of the Community Policing Committee.
You remember Kisumu City has been known for all the negative sides of human character in terms of maybe protesting and violence, but for the past 4 years, it is on record that Kisumu City has not gone on strike for any matter. We've seen IMLU trainers that we should share with the county government on matters of our rights, budgeting and plans for the city. And you've seen some roadside kiosk being demolished by the county government to prepare for maybe good businesses. You've seen some changes in residential areas, the slums like Ondiek, Lumumba and other areas have been demolished, but there has never been a strike because IMLU gave us a platform according to Article 96 to 100 of the County Government Act, and all the same articles, 96 to 100 of the National Police Service Act, that members of the public can now come out and talk to the government.
Hassan Ibrahim is the chairperson of the Garbatula division. He says that culture and lack of education has become the main barrier to interacting with police officers.
Sisi mbeleni tulikuwa sehemu yetu ni sehemu ambayo ni remote sana. Wananchi wako hawajasoma zaidi, hawajui maana ya hata kufanya kazi na serikali ni ngumu. Ya serikali na polisi na hata jeshi yote ilikuwa inaitwa nyap kwa Kikwetu, ni kumaanisha adui. So sisi kwa tangu tulipoanza CPC yetu tulijaribu kuleta hawa pamoja, communities pamoja na arms of the government na police, ilikuwa wanakopana. Sasa tukawaleta pamoja. Now, since then, up to now, we are working together in harmony.
We've been able to reach them. They have been volunteering information, and now it has changed whereby most of the locals, instead of going to the wazes to deliberate, to sort out their issues with the wazes, what we call masla, they are now coming to police station. Yeah, the cases are investigated and justice is served.
In the community policing tend to validate the quality of policing at community level, while the officers tend to also validate the importance of involving or enhancing community policing at community level. So it's two-way, civilians and the police officers.
The Ministry of Treasury announced the allocation of a total budget of 317.8 billion out of the 3.3 trillion shillings proposed in the 2022-2023 budget for national security agencies in the country. The budget for police and prison service decreased by 8.4 billion shillings from 110.6 billion shillings last year to 102.2 billion shillings. For Ebru TV, Amode Francis.